It's Sunday. It's very early. I wish I was still in bed. But it's London Gaming Market today. Let's go and see what they've got. Right, we're out the doors. On our way to London Gaming Market today. I'm off to meet my friend Raf at the train station. And we're going to head down there today. I don't want to spend too much today. I'm going to try not to anyway. I've just bought myself a PlayStation Portal. And a couple of other bits that I've bought recently from limited run games. So yeah, I'm going to try and curb the spending a bit today. Easier said than done though. It all depends what we find. Let's see. Right, so as we arrive at the venue today, one of the first ones in, I'm normally there late. Got my friend Roy Raff there at the front. He came down with me on the day with his son. Nice to finally meet you, mate. We had a good chat on the way down there. So, March 2025, London Gaming Market. Let's see what they've got today. Let's see if it's any different. I'm not looking for anything in particular today. Although I wouldn't mind an OG Game Boy if I can get one at the right price. But yeah, definitely open to adding to the collection. Now straight away at this stall here, this is a subject matter that I'll be touching on more heavily in my midweek video. This stall here, I went through a lot of their stock. Very, very overpriced. Now, he's not the only one there. I'm not calling him out alone. There's a lot of stalls today that was really overpriced. They was definitely taking advantage of what I call the tourist trap, because London, and this area in particular, I know it very well, is full of tourists. And yeah, the market reflected that today. Some really nice GameCube NTSC stuff here. Now, I really was tempted to pick some of these up. However, I still haven't managed to get hold of a freeloader on the GameCube. So yeah, I wasn't able to do so. Now, I really love the books that these guys sell at each of these events. Beautifully crafted, a great artwork. And I would love to display these sort of things. I just don't have the room. But they are absolutely amazing. The attention to detail and the work that's put into them, outstanding. Always nice to see some Atari Lynx games. Not the best console, the Lynx, but still it has its place in the annals of history, shall we say. Now, F-Zero on the GameCube is one that I do need to add to the collection soon. I don't really buy that much GameCube, but that is one that I would like to add moving forward. Some very minty Super Nintendo games there, and yeah, the price reflected that, but that's okay when they're in such good condition. Now, this stall had a very unique accessory here in this Sega Saturn Voyager controller. £14. I was very tempted to pick this one up. I just don't know what I'd do with it. Now, the Master System was very well represented here today, and so was the Dreamcast. You see a lot of games there for the Dreamcast, and there was a lot for both systems here on the day. I've always said that the London Gaming Market, for whatever reason, these stall sellers seem to catch on to trends, and rightly so. And they tend to bring out what's selling at the time in their eyes. Master System, very well represented today. Now, as always, the Super Nintendo is always going to be well represented. It's a huge seller, and it always will be. Now the GameCube as well was another one. I saw a lot of GameCube titles today, whereas there have been markets in the past that I've been to, and the GameCube just, you know, it doesn't have much representation at times. You definitely see that in independent shops these days. It's harder to get hold of GameCube games, but the stores today, they had an abundance of them. Now, nice to see Crazy Thumbs actually stalling on the day. I really like their shop. They bring some variety to the stall, as you can see here. Really good 8-bit and 16-bit micro stuff. Now, these guys in the back room, huge stall, huge stock. My only issue with what they had is that nothing here was priced up. So you had to basically ask them how much for this. One guy would then go to another guy, come back with a price, and I don't know how they were doing it. Probably checking it on their app or something like that. I mean, for example, I saw one of these Wii U games here. I asked for it because I needed the Lego Movie. Come back with the price, and it was double what you would pay for in the shop if you were finding it. Needless to say, because it wasn't priced up, I walked away. I don't really like doing business with that. Come with your prices on the day. Price them up. Let me know what the games are. Don't just tell me the price because that's what you feel it's going to be at the time. Now, stall holders have got every right to sell their stuff at whatever price they want. That's fine. But I'm going to reserve the right to not buy also. Now this store here specialises in steelbooks, it seems, and steelbooks have become quite a popular thing in the last year or so, maybe 2 years. Now they've always been popular, but you know, it seems that a lot of sellers have cottoned on to the fact that they can make a little bit more from a steelbook. Now those picture type things there, £100, I thought they was quite poor, if I'm honest. Definitely there for someone that was just lurking, coming in as a passerby, sees it and thinks that's quite creative. I didn't think so. And what is a Robo-League? DJ Boy there, I absolutely love that game. Spent a fortune on it in the arcade, getting nowhere. And this is an example of what I mean. Look, £150 for this. Look, I'm sure someone likes it, and I'm not knocking what they've done there, but for me, I thought that was a bit of a rip-off. Not something you see every day there is the Sega mouse. That one happens to be the Japanese version. Now, Sore Thumbs always stall in this particular corner, and they've always got some really good stuff. It's one of the best retro shops in the UK by far in terms of what they're able to get hold of. Now, I thought that was quite reasonable there. The PC Engine Turbo Geo at £100 boxed. Now, these guys have just popped up. There was a lot of new stall holders on the day, and they had loads of 3D printed items, and they was doing 5 for £20. Now, I really like this stuff, and I thought that was a pretty good price because I remember going on Etsy when the whole 3D printing craze took off and things were a lot more expensive. I picked up 5 items. I'll show you them in my pickups video on Thursday. But yeah, needless to say, I picked the Fortnite one up for my son. And look how much variety there is. So many different things here. It was really a struggle to find another 4 that I wanted. I could have probably picked at least another 10 to 15 little signs that I would have loved to have had displayed at home. Now I'll let you guys have a look here, see if you can guess what I did pick up. You'll be able to see what I picked up in more detail on Thursday's video, where I discuss the market in more depth and show you the pickups that I get in more depth as well. Now this is a stall, a guy called Taz, he calls himself Taz Gaming. Was talking to him, really good newcomer to the market from my perspective. Anyway, I've not seen him there before. Very willing to do deals. All his stuff was reasonably priced anyway, and he had a great variety of stock. He does this part-time, doesn't have a shop. He's based in West London, and he was giving people his phone number. Phone me up, let me know if there's anything wrong with the products, and that's always nice to see. But yeah, I managed to pick up a couple of bits from this guy. He had some Wii U stuff that I was looking for. So yeah, shout out to Taz Gaming. Now, what in the name of a Stormzy chicken nugget meal is that handheld there? Now I really like that nano control pad there. Unfortunately it was wired, and I just don't see the point in wired control pads for the Switch. Now this is the first time I've seen an R4 card available for sale at the market, personally. If you're not sure what an R4 card does, give it a Google. Just Google R4 Nintendo DS. You never know, it might lead you to purchasing one.
How are you doing?
So Rich, I'm going to ask you again, when are you coming back to YouTube? Is it going to be the same answer as last time?
I don't have time. I literally don't have time.
Well, you're sorely missed, my
friend.
friend.
It looks like most of them do TikTok and that, don't they? They go around GoPros and film live on TikTok. I've seen quite a few.
No. You was the first that I watched on the boot sales, my friend.
No, brilliant. Thanks, guys.
No worries. Shout out to Rich King Retro there. One of the first guys that I personally started watching on YouTube, going around the boot sales and doing the deals. Yeah, be lovely to see him back. But yeah, like he said, for the second time when I've asked him, he's just too busy now. Now, some of these gaming guides are real art statements. Real beautiful pieces, I will say. Personally, I don't read the language, so it'd be a bit pointless to me because I haven't got anywhere to display this kind of thing. But from a display perspective, some of these are absolutely stunning. Wow, I couldn't tell you last time I saw Bonk on the PlayStation 2 in person. Not a game I see often at all, and I don't think I've actually ever played that. I've only played the Bonk series on the PC Engine. Now the guys here at Console Passion, I believe that's the name of their store. They're always in the corner at the London Gaming Market, and for me, they bring the fire, they bring the heat when it comes to import gaming. When it comes to your Japanese import stuff, I think these guys are probably the best store to go to in the market. They're always really busy as well. Really nice selection of handhelds here, and I was quite tempted to pick up this Game Boy NES type model. Right, so we've got Lee here. Lee, tell us about your shop, mate.
Cheltenham Vintage Toys. Look, we do retro games, vintage toys, comic books, Pokemon cards, we do it all.
Top
We're at
man.
the London Gaming Market today, come down, we're in the back room.
Right.
The cool room.
Shout out to Cheltenham Lee, great guy, and he's always got an abundance of really good stock here. Not just gaming, but toys as well. He knows his stuff. I will leave a link to his socials in the video description below. Make sure you check him out. I'm sure he'll do you a great deal. Now you might not see it, but that is a Hollywood Hulk Hogan t-shirt over there in the corner. A bit random, but like the name says, I like a bit of random. Now these guys here, I don't know the name of their store. I'm not sure if they really advertise it, but they're always in the same place. If you're familiar with the market, you're probably recognizing the shelving that I'm showing you. Always fire, always great prices with their consoles. Look at this, £60 Master System, N64, 55. You know, look, and you'll see the creme de la creme above when I show you in a minute. £150 for this Mega Drive and a Mega CD. Now, I wasn't in the market for that today, but believe me, if I was, I would have been snapping that up. I was quite surprised it wasn't snapped up a lot sooner. Now, you know, I really want to add to my Dreamcast collection, but I don't have the greatest of knowledge on the Dreamcast. So I don't really know what I want to buy and what I want to add. I'm going to throw it out there to you guys. Let me know in the comments games that you recommend that I pick up on the Dreamcast. Now this guy has always got some really good titles in his selection, shall we say. Now look at this. The foreign version of Nightshade, the import version, £15 I think that said. I'm clearly collecting the wrong kind of stuff. And the less said about this, the better. Now, I don't really like the N64 too much, but I really like that blue variant there. If I buy one soon to replace my old one, I think it's going to be that one. I think it displays, it looks great. Now, not often you see this Super Nintendo action pack. I remember these when they was in the shops. An Overwatch blind bag. Is Overwatch still popular? Now, I thought my luck was in here. I thought we had a Japanese Rob the Robot at £55. It's just the box. Yeah, it was too good to be true. I was going to snap that up straight away. Now, I've never ever seen this PlayStation 2 box. I don't think I want to see it again either. So I'm going to bring it up in a little bit more depth as we reach the end of the video. But some of the stall holders on the day were taking absolute liberties with their prices. I'm not going to hold back. Some, the old school regulars there, they were keeping it real. They was roughly the same sort of price you would find in your shops. But some of them were just absolutely trying to prey on the tourists there. And good luck to them. But yeah, it's really disappointing to see when you go there to purchase yourself and you're not a tourist. I'll give you one example. There's a seller there that was selling a Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. That's an £18 game in practically every shop. They were selling it for £60. Now I'm just going to quickly show you my pickups on the day. I'm not going to go into any depth about them. I'm going to be doing a video on Thursday where I talk about the pickups, why I picked them up and the sort of prices I've got them for. But yeah, a really strange day. It was a busy event. Sales were definitely happening. But there was a lot of new sellers there as well. A lot of old ones that were not there. Most notably Doorway to Darkness. They weren't there. That was a big shock. And yeah, some stall holders were taking absolute liberties with their prices. You know who you are. If you happen to be watching this, which is highly unlikely. But if you are, you know if you're taking liberties with your prices. Some people were just selling well above what you'll be able to find any of these sort of games for anywhere else. Now, it's all good people selling a little bit above your shop rate because you're paying your fees on the day. That's fine. I get it. People have got to make their money. But you know what? Don't start selling games for like £30 extra on top, £40, £50 extra on top. That's just making independents look bad overall. And independents don't need to be looking bad. We need to keep them going, but some of the guys out there are out there just for a quick buck and nothing more than that. And it's a real shame to see. Anyway, check out my video on Thursday where I'll talk about the market in a lot more depth. Take care and thanks for watching.